Happy Sunday, guys. Of course, you are watching this on Monday. I apologize ahead of time that it's Monday and it arrived. So today we had church this morning, and my husband and I went to Carl's Jr. and had some lettuce wraps, which honestly weren't that great today. Usually they're really good, but today they weren't great. If you're out east, Carl's Jr. is called Hardee's. But it is a good option. I actually have a video of me ordering that, one of my first few actually, I think. So today one of the ladies at our church, who is super sweet and just one of the nicest people on the planet, was mentioning that she kind of wanted some more ideas for breakfast. And she's not keto or low carb necessarily, but she is trying to reduce the sugar intake in her life. And when I came home, I told my husband, I think I'm going to try to make her some muffins today and take them over to her. She actually lives pretty close to us. So while my husband took his weekly nap, because he works super hard and deserves it, I have been baking. I made 2 different muffins. So this is the banana chocolate chip bread that I just made into muffins, and I'll link that below. It's not my recipe at all. I did use monk fruit today. Last time I made this, I used honey, and both my husband and my carb-loving son gobbled that up. Actually, my son ended up eating most of it. But today I used the monk fruit. So instead, and you kind of have to taste, everybody's taste buds are a little different, so sweeten it to taste. The recipe does give some guidelines or some ideas if you use stevia as well. And then I made these, which I've made several times. These are the Atkins zucchini muffins. I double the recipe, so it says 4.5 ounces of zucchini, and which is basically a small, midway between a small and medium size zucchini. So I shredded up 2 zucchinis and made this, and I also substituted coconut oil straight across for the vegetable or canola oil or whatever it is that it calls for that we don't eat, obviously. But other than that, that's probably the only change I made to the recipe. One hint about anytime you're making keto muffins, especially if you are making a lot, like I have here, I have 24 muffins, and I'm going to take some over to the lady from church, but freeze them. If you're not going to eat them in the first 3 days, definitely freeze them, because there is no preservatives in them. Even if there's a little bit of salt, they will spoil super, super quickly. But freezing them works really well. I freeze the chocolate banana ones that I make for the boys, and I just pull them out kind of as they need, which we talked about before, and that works really well. They also microwave really well. Unlike gluten muffins that get kind of soggy and gross when you microwave them, these, if I pull these right out of the freezer and pop them in the microwave for about 45 seconds, I honestly can't tell the difference between that and them being fresh out of the oven. They reconstitute super well. So that is kind of a great tip. Plus, if you put them in the freezer, they're out of sight, out of mind. So if bread is a trigger for you and you have a hard time walking by that muffin every day, putting them in the freezer is a good option, because then they're not so readily available, and you do have to microwave them before you can just pop them in your mouth and eat them. But these have great macros and carbs, so you can check that out yourself, enter that data. And I think that's pretty much it. I'm going to hang out with my husband today. I did our meal prep yesterday, which worked out really well. I ended up not actually snacking on anything. It was kind of a lighter meal prep, because I kind of did a lot of the normal stuff I do earlier in the week. And the day before that, I had the pecans and chocolate, so I really wasn't hungry yesterday. I had leftover pork egg roll in a bowl, which is made with turkey sausage and hamburger, and it just didn't sit well with me yesterday, so I didn't eat very much yesterday. Today, I noticed that my body's like, hey, you didn't eat very much yesterday, so I definitely was much hungrier today, and so I ate. Now, I didn't go overboard or anything. But I definitely probably ate more today than I've eaten in probably a few days, just because I was hungrier. But the whole eating when I'm hungry, eating what I'm craving is going super well. Again, I've been in ketosis every day. I've been checking my ketone levels, and they've been great. I weighed at a different time today than I weighed most days. We talked about yesterday. My weight did go down a little bit. I think it went down a pound. But again, honestly, on the weekend, half the time I don't even weigh, because I know it's not accurate at all, because it is just such a different time of day for me. And because I normally am not on my feet much, it's different for me. I know that I tend to gain weight. I tend to retain more water on the weekends. And then usually by Monday morning, things are kind of back to normal. I also don't work out on the weekend. So my body's kind of resting and recuperating and repairing those muscles. And then Mondays, I get to start over again with my workouts. But anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. I hope you have a fantastic week. Like I said, I'll link both of these recipes down below if you guys have any questions about them. I'm not doing recipe videos because those require editing. And like I said, for this month, I'm just trying to focus on getting this content out every day. All right, talk to you guys later.